stream now. The stream has now been started.
Good.
The stream is started. Stop. No,
Rick
you're gonna.
Astley, come on,
but
man.
it's not. Look, you're gonna
I
get
could
us.
aha you.
You're gonna get us. You're gonna get us kicked off of stuff. I mean, we can't have that playing in the background.
I don't know. The only reason
it's like-
people don't like that is because they're just jealous.
Or because they got rickrolled too many times.
They got.
I mean, it's what it's gonna be.
It's a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, it is. Just like pretty much everything in the '80s was a one-hit wonder.
I know. Except for me, unfortunately.
Oh, you got 2 hits?
Nah, no, I got hit a lot.
Oh, poor
Womp,
baby.
womp.
So bad.
Never gonna give. Never gonna give.
Oh, man, do we
Look,
have a show?
The 80s. Look, the 80s
Yeah.
made like New
What about
York.
the 80s?
No,
Yeah.
look, the 80s made New York and LA like.
The Deal?
Well, I was gonna say even,
was the deal.
It was even outside of all of the crap, outside of all the crime and the
Outside of all the
garbage.
crap.
It was
Outside of the crap that is New York.
not like the crap that's out there now.
The crap that's in New York. Jiminy Cricket.
All right, I'll
Got to make you understand.
Oh, I should not have done that.
I've got to make you understand. What did you do? What did you do?
I closed the whole window out, which shut down all of the windows I had open. It's not funny.
It's funny.
No.
It's funny, alright, yeah.
It's not.
It is funny. It's funny, bad. It's funny, hilarious.
We got time, right? Go into settings real fast and turn notifications off in case on Messenger. Yeah.
Oh, on this.
That, no, yeah. Well, no, yeah, but in there, you go into notifications. Right there. And you should be able to scroll down and find Messenger and just turn that sucker off.
Also,
there it is, messages.
Also, Google.
The Googles.
The Googles.
Yeah, go ahead and turn all that crapola off.
Do not play sound for notification.
Yeah, then that way it doesn't interrupt it. Because I completely forgot to do all that when I... Dude, it took forever for that thing to come back.
Really?
Yes.
Sorry.
Well, no, I mean, it clearly needed to be done, and obviously it works, so...
Yeah, it works.
And I know what
better,
happened.
You know, so.
I know where I got whatever virus from, too. I downloaded it from a wrong...
The wrong place at the wrong time.
No, well, yeah, but I was doing... what is it? The Flash player.
You were...
Adobe.
Yeah. You were viewing porn.
No.
Yes, you were.
No. No. I wish it was that simple.
I know,
really
I
do.
know, I know.
No, I was, but but this time I knew I got it right. I think I knew I got it right because I actually went through
Adobe itself.
Well, no, not just Adobe itself. Like, so I went to log in for work stuff.
Yeah.
And actually came up and said, hey, we've checked your computer and it needs this and this. And it actually gave a list and says, you need to go here and get it.
Here is where you go.
Yeah.
Do not go anywhere else.
Yeah. And so I just clicked there and I was like, yes, it worked.
Yay, it works.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
Oh, wait a minute. I need
I need
Iran.
I need
I need the Amen.
Khomeini.
I want some honey butter. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, honey butter.
Esta es muy bueno.
All right, muting.
Whatever you say. Don't forget, yours has got delay now. The turn off.
Yours does too.
No, mine's technically already off. You're picking me up.
You're listening to the Lanterns Radio Network. We are the network dedicated to empowering the individual, illuminating the truth, defending American exceptionalism, and inspiring future generations. Stay connected and get involved at Lanterns.buzz for great radio. Get commentary and news of the day. Lanterns.buzz.
This This is good, man.
This is a good start to a show.
Heck yeah,
I
man.
mean-
Well, like, look, skin of our teeth, everything got hooked up.
Of course,
so
yeah.
We're golden. Welcome, everybody. You're listening to Defenders of American Exceptionalism. We are live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Unless you're listening to the podcast and we're not live.
Then we're not live.
Then we're not live.
To those people that are not
late.
Yeah, late to the party there.
But hey, at least you're here one way or another, and we appreciate
I know, right?
it.
That's good.
Speaking of,
Greetings, Erica. Speaking of late to the party, I mean, what do we do?
there are certain people who should have already been waiting. No, I'm
No,
kidding. I'm
just joking around.
I'm messing with you.
Shoo.
It is, man. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
We are back. I spent the better part of the day trying to get everything back up and running like it should. So,
By that he means when I got here.
no, that's not true at all. You jerk.
What?
That's just mean.
Well, it's true.
It's not true.
That is.
I just don't know half of what.
You don't know half of what I put on this thing.
That's exactly what
That's
it is.
exactly
This is
what
like,
it is.
it's
You're like, I
trying
don't
to
know what he's doing. I really don't.
trying to set it up for you is not how this
No,
works.
it's really not. Yeah, I have to come in here and like fiddle with it for an hour and make sure it all works out fine. But it's here. It's on. Hopefully you guys can hear us. I don't know. Can't tell.
Yeah,
We can hear me.
I can hear me. You
I can hear me. I can hear him. So it's all good and going.
I don't know. It's gonna be fun tonight, folks. We got a great show planned.
Yes. Yes, we do.
First thing we're going into is probably the top of the list right now is Trump has gotten us out of the Iran deal.
Yeah.
The Iran Nuke Deal.
The Iran nuclear deal, which wasn't really a deal.
I was getting ready to say the exact same thing. It was not exactly a deal. It was more of a.
I mean, how are you gonna call it a deal? It was I don't know.
I would call it like not quite a raping, but
yeah. I mean,
it was not good.
Well, so it was like, all right, here you go.
Here I go.
Obama made an agreement that he knew would not pass.
Yeah.
So it could never become a treaty, which means he knew for a fact
Yep.
that once the new president came in, unless public opinion forced him otherwise, his crap was out.
Yeah, which he should have thought about that for most of his stuff in the first place.
Right.
Let's be completely honest.
Yes.
For every president that comes in, the one, after him is going to pretty much, unless they're of the same vein, which is rare.
Yeah, very rare.
Stuff usually just gets changed every time.
Pretty much every time.
So,
And it could be like,
can't be surprised.
no. I mean, why would you be surprised? It's a new president, new things. I mean, unless they're exactly from the same party and from the same ideology, from the same understanding, which normally doesn't happen in America. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to be what it is. But yeah, so you have that, right? And he got us out of the deal. So a couple things happened when he got us out of the deal. And the first thing I wanted to talk about was apparently this. Let me kind of pull this up here for you, and I'm going to transition. So this is a tweet. Did you know that Hillary Clinton has a Twitter?
I didn't actually.
It's like your grandma having a Twitter.
It's like your great grandma having a Twitter.
But apparently she hit a chord. She hit a chord or two on Twitter with her tweet here. And I'm just gonna.
It's just weird. And if you're watching on Facebook,
you're watching, I'm
or
gonna
anything, you'll be able to
transition
see
here
this.
and there. But
we'll read it.
Yeah. So here's her tweet, and it's pulling out of the Iran nuclear deal is a big mistake. It makes America less safe and less trusted.
I bet you she types like that too.
Iran is now more dangerous. What's Plan B? Anyone who thinks bombing is the answer is woefully misinformed. As Secretary of State, I helped negotiate the crippling.
Oh, hold on, Tio. That was.
This is a secondary.
That's
tweet.
a secondary tweet. You got to announce that. You have to announce this stuff. Let's just pause for a moment.
Yeah.
Is every time I hear a tweet of hers.
Yeah.
Or I read a tweet of hers.
Yeah.
I imagine it in that tone. And the
that,
sad
like,
part,
monotone
that
voice.
monotone flat, and then halfway through it, she had to spell, for some reason, even with autocorrect, spell dangerous wrong.
Yeah.
So there's delete. But I also, the funny part is hearing that voice in my head and then realizing that the new Google Assistant that's supposed to be coming out soon
sounds about like that too.
No. Have you not heard
better?
that? heard that one?
Does it sound better?
Oh my God.
Oh,
Like I actually heard the audio of like it
Yeah.
made a phone call for an appointment for somebody and you did not know.
oh wow.
It was amazing.
That's
But that's what I'm
creepy.
saying. It's
So you have that, right?
yeah.
And then, as Secretary of State, I've negotiated the crippling international sanctions that brought Iran to the table. It would be much harder a second time now that our credibility is shot.
All right,
so
hold on.
Wait. First off, before we get into that, T.O., before we get into that, all right? So I'm gonna do this here. Before we get into that and take that on, I just want to ask a couple things. See, she hit on a chord, right, with this tweet. It lit fire.
Mm-hmm.
First off, have you heard her voice?
Yeah.
She can't hit a note to save her life. It sounds like nails on a chalkboard. And secondly, hitting on a chord, she hasn't hit on anybody other than Uma in the past 5 years.
Oh. Where's the bell?
That's right here.
Oh, it's in my way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it is. Okay.
And I mean, I don't want to go for a low blow, but then again, she doesn't either, so.
You have been sitting on these for a while, haven't you?
Way too long. Ask Bill, he knows.
Oh God, this is gonna be a long night.
Anyway.
But no, so my going to her secondary tweet, the whole, I helped, negotiate the crippling international sanctions that brought Iran to the table in the first place. I'm sorry, but was it really that bad off of sanctions that eventually got them what? How many billions of dollars in cash?
I don't know.
Flown on a C-130 in the middle of the night.
And then
or billion.
And then we got a couple of hostages given back to us because they're a terrorist country.
No good, yeah. And then the part that stuck out to me is she made the reference of now that our credibility is shot.
Our credibility was shot before then.
I was getting ready to say it was the beloved Obama that had gone around and basically apologized for every single thing that we've ever done.
Yeah.
That's kind of what made our
that shot our credibility.
You
know what shot our credibility with Iran? Is when we drew a red line and then when they passed it, we said, "Oh, well, it's okay. It's okay."
I didn't mean that.
No, you
I
did
meant
a bad,
magenta.
I am
meant
going
magenta.
to send you a very strongly worded letter. And the letter
The leather?
Leather, yes.
Leather?
Yes, well, I mean it is.
And what comes with that leather?
Hillary Clinton
Oh,
in
God.
the leather. It's a jumpsuit. It's a leather pantsuit.
It's a Mao outfit.
So you have that, right? And then you also have some other things. So she came out and did that. And another thing that we found out is that John Kerry apparently has been going behind the back of our administration, talking to his friends in the international community, trying to save his deal because it was his deal too.
See,
And this is the thing. So that's actually a violation of a law. It's called the Logan Act.
It is.
It is the same thing that what's-his-face is getting accused for with Russia. The Logan Act.
Kushner?
No.
Not Kushner.
Previous sex state. You know who I'm talking about.
Tillerson.
No, not Rex.
Yes, Rex
Is it Rex?
Tillerson was the.
Anyway.
Come on, know your government people.
Anyway, so
You're gonna make me look this up. Aren't you?
yeah, I am. So the Logan Act, right?
Yep.
And what it is basically going behind the back of the federal government, talking to other heads of state, and trying to make deals on behalf of the federal government without the federal government being involved. That's the Logan Act. And by the way, that's like from the 1790s.
Yeah, it was Rex Tillerson.
Was it Rex?
Yes.
Okay. But yeah, from the
Don't ever
1790s. So it's
question
from
me,
the 1790s. That's how long this law has been in place.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? You want to know why this law happened?
Because some dude named Logan.
No, well, Logan was the last name of the dude. It was. Oh, man.
That's usually how the answer goes. It's usually some dude named Logan.
Yep, some dude with the last name Logan. Anyway, fun stuff. I tell you what, it's pretty terrible. So the way that it happened originally was, crap. Now I can't remember the names of anybody that was involved. That's not good. I can't do it. Anyway, so it was back in the 1790s. The president at the time was having some problems with France, and
Who doesn't ever have
a
problems
couple of
with
our
France?
guys, I believe. I think it was Benjamin Franklin. I think it was Ben Franklin and some guy with the last name Logan. They went to France and started trying to broker deals against our federal government because they didn't like who was in charge. Anyway, it turned out to be a bad thing, and so they made a law saying you can't do that anymore. That's not a good thing to do.
I think it's more than not a good thing. I
It's
mean,
not
I
a
would.
good thing to do to go behind the back of the federal government and go broker your own deal.
You don't have a job anymore. That's not your job anymore.
Right.
Look. If
Right.
you had a job in a factory
Mm-hmm.
making widgets, and you were fired or let go from said widget job,
Yeah, in a factory downtown.
sure, then you would not be allowed back in the building. You would not be allowed. You might be able to talk with the guys when they come outside.
But you can't go and negotiate a deal on behalf of the widget making company to
Exactly.
another company.
Yeah, you have-
because you're not there anymore.
You're not part of it anymore.
You're
You don't
fired.
have a horse in the race.
That's it.
You have.
Speaking of long faces.
Heyo.
Oh, John
Um,
Kerry.
Yeah. I just.
Sorry.
But no, I just it bothers me to no end that this is the kind of stuff that goes on and nobody pays attention. And the funny part about it is
Mm-hmm.
if he actually is following, well, I say if allegedly him going through with all of this.
Yes. Which is what he's been doing
which is
behind
what he's-
America's back for the past month.
Nothing's going to happen. That's the part
He
that,
can't do a single thing with it.
That's the part. Well, that's the part that bothers me is nobody's going to say anything. Nobody's going to do anything.
No. Well, nobody's going to do anything because the whole weirdness about
You don't punish your elected officials.
Shut up.
previously elected officials don't get put into jail by the current administration. It's like, all right, I get you. I understand. You don't want to set a precedent that the current administration can just go putting everybody in jail that oppose them. But that's not what this is talking about. This is talking about a guy who literally broke federal law.
Well, I was getting ready to say though, but that's what I was getting. If it's an obvious crime, and I mean
Hillary Clinton.
If it's clear, if it's obvious, if it's
It's concise.
yes, then there should not be an issue. It should not be
Yes.
something so difficult as to go, well, I know that he murdered that lady, but I don't think we should do anything. No.
Which way did it go, George?
That's about the gist of it. If it's obviously wrong, if it's proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that it's wrong, then I'm sorry. But if I'm going to go to jail as a regular layman, then I'm pretty sure that any elected official or anybody else, I don't care what part or what section of the administration that you were in. I don't care if it was the first one or the last one from 50 years ago. If you committed a crime and it is a proven crime that you've committed, and then, beyond a shadow of a doubt, same thing that would apply to me, then you get the same consequences as me.
But
sorry, I don't understand what's so hard about this.
But he's John Kerry.
He is the law. Through the giant chasm, reminiscent of Genghis Khan.
No, I was going with Judge Dredd, but
no, I know that, but I was
there.
doing his. It was fun. It's funny.
Really. Kerry should be prosecuted. Yes, that's true. Kerry should be prosecuted. So should Hillary Clinton.
I
But
was
then
just saying,
again, a couple other things. And you know what? The funny thing is,
we can go down the list of all of the
we
people
really
who
could.
need to
Oh,
be.
did you know? So, funny thing. Side note: Ben Rhodes, who has also been a big proponent against getting rid of the nuclear deal because he was the foreign policy advisor for the president. You know what his jobs were prior to?
I do.
You do.
I do.
He was a bus driver for the campaign. He was a failed fiction novelist, and he was a speechwriter. Without any policy wonk information, without any policy
And he
background,
failed all of
without
those.
anything going through.
And he failed all of those miserably.
And for some reason, apparently, President Obama decided that he was the best person fit to make policy advisory things. And it doesn't make sense. So
because bus driver screams out
not just bus-
policymaker.
You know what screams out policymaker? Fiction writer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's...
Policymaker in a Democrat-run society, fiction writer.
Hand in hand.
That makes perfect sense.
Hand in hand, baby.
But
hand in hand.
Yeah, that's the whole weird thing about it, and I just don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. Why are you hiring a fiction writer who just drove your bus for the past 4 years while you, the campaign?
Hi, my name is Willie. I'm a bus driver.
Willie? Like, you talking about the same sort of Willie, like Groundskeeper Willie?
Yes.
Groundskeeper Willie.
Groundskeeper Willie.
Groundskeeper Willie!
But you actually have more respect for him than...
I really do.
That's bad, isn't it?
That's bad. Anyway.
Oh, well, the music's playing, so we're getting ready to take a break here, listen to some commercials and whatnot, try and pay some bills.
Yeah.
Y'all don't go anywhere. You're listening to Defenders of American Exceptionalism. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
As a small business owner, there's one word that you absolutely dread: payroll. For small businesses, it's a big burden. You may think you're saving time and money doing it yourself. But come on, are you? Timesheets, processing checks, calculating taxes, a total waste of your time. Paychex simplifies payroll processing, saving you time and money. Submit your payroll online, fax it in, or call your dedicated Paychex payroll specialist. And you're done. Learn more at trypaychex.com. Come on, do the math. The IRS dishes out 8 million penalties a year. Make one mistake and you're on the hook. On average, you're losing nearly one business day every month doing payroll. That's time and money you'll never get back, unless you get Paychex. More than 500,000 small businesses already do. Call 877-750-5371. Trade payroll pressure for peace of mind. Call now, 877-750-5371. That's 877-750-5371.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control over your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank account, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problems now by calling the experts at Tax Mediation Services and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. Tax Mediation Services is accredited by the Better Business Bureau. Call now for a free case review and a price protection guaranteed quote.
Call Tax Mediation Services now at 800-327-2381. That's 800-327-2381. 800-327-2381.
Welcome back. Listening to Defenders of American Exceptionalism. We are live. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter at DOAE Show.
YouTube at DOAE
That's
Show.
the other one I was trying to think. Yeah. Why is it always one? We're sitting in so many
I don't know what you're doing, man.
I'm running out of... There's so much going on at one time. Yes. YouTube.
YouTube.com/.
DOAE Show.
Yes. Also, you can go to patreon.com/DOA Show and become a patron of ours. If you do, you will get swag.
Yes.
And
indeed.
You will get first dibs on the new stuff we have coming out.
Yes. Yes. Still working on that, but it'll be coming
soon.
Sneak peeks to anybody who's in. It's coming out soon. So get on the inside, y'all. Oh, DOAshow.com.
Yeah,
What
and
was I
by the way,
thinking about?
if you do go to DOAshow.com, there are a couple of articles there,
Yes.
things for you to read and look at and pay attention to because they are good.
And share with
And
your
share.
friends and
Share them all.
families.
Share them all
Because
you
it's
love
good.
us, and you love us.
You do.
I mean, maybe you
Why
might.
are we whispering?
I don't know. I stopped whispering. Did you stop whispering?
I am now.
All right, good.
Okay.
Okay. So,
This one is kind of a big deal. This is a big deal. This is not.
kinda?
This is not. I'm not happy with this at all.
You're
It's
not happy?
no. And when Steven said this to me, I first looked at it. I was like, wait,
what?
no. And I blew it off for a couple hours, and
And
then I happened to come back and look at it again,
it's like, yeah,
and I'm like, this is for reals.
yes.
Like this.
is for realsies.
Yeah, this
It's
is
for reals.
And no take backsies.
No take. Well, I
Um,
mean, I hope there's takes back.
I hope so, but
but it is for
I'm
reals.
not holding my breath. So this is and what shocks me the most is this article is from NPR.
Yeah.
That's the part that
Well,
blows
see,
my mind.
Here's the thing. I really think they see it as a good thing.
Oh no, no doubt. Oh
And
no
so
doubt.
the reason why they put it out there because they were like, look at this, we're making progress.
progressed, yay! That's exactly what that is. Exactly. But I just, it's kind of one of those you're hearing them say exactly what they're doing, and you can't help but be.
You're like, wait, guys, you do understand that's not good.
Yeah. Well, apparently. Okay.
Apparently not.
Apparently
So,
not. So, from
go on.
NPR, Connecticut is poised to commit its electoral votes to whichever U.S. presidential candidate wins the national popular vote, regardless of who wins the state.
Yeah.
By embracing the plan, Connecticut's General Assembly gave new momentum to a push to change the way Americans elect their president.
By the way, just want to point out a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
One, Connecticut, it's progressive anyway.
Nobody's shocked that this is
normally
coming
they
from
fall
there.
to Democrats. And two, it would be really funny if the popular vote actually went to Republicans, which we have a chart here in a minute. We're going to go over
Yeah, we
a
got
couple
some
things.
stuff we're getting ready to dive in
because
and
of
explain.
it, but if it ever did, the popular vote did ever swing to Republicans, these people would hate the thing that they just voted on.
Oh, I know. And then they're going to turn around and complain and go, how dare you, it's not fair.
You cheated. You stole the election.
We should have something similar to an electoral college where you just
Where
every
voice should be heard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's what we're trying to
That's what
stop
I'm
you
trying
from.
to do.
We're trying to keep it going.
And your people are morons.
And you're
10
trying to kill
states. 10 states and the District of Columbia, shocker, are already in a compact to pool their electoral votes and pledge them.
Collusion.
Yes, to pledge them to the popular vote winner. With Connecticut added, the compact's voting power would rise to 172.
Out of the 270.
Yes, fewer than 100 electoral votes away from the 270 vote majority that decides the presidential contest.
Yeah.
So basically,
yeah.
you're talking 10 states and D.C.
And those 10 states and D.C. Combined make 172 electoral college votes.
Yeah.
So that's obviously more than halfway there.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what, 60%? Give or take?
70.
Well, I was trying to be generous, but go ahead.
Closer to 70.
But yeah, it's almost 70% right out the gate out of 10 states has now basically picked the president.
And we know, because every one of those states.
Yeah, we'll go into those.
Put into that.
Yep, we'll
in
go into
just a
those.
second.
The Connecticut Senate gave final approval to the bill over the weekend, using its 21 to 14 vote to send the legislation to Governor Dan Malloy, who responded by saying, "I applaud the General Assembly for passing this common sense legislation."
Thanks for that.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of sounds like a retarded John Kerry.
Well, I started realizing toward the end it sounded like maybe a really, really, really young Bernie Sanders.
Well, he probably is.
Possibly.
Because, I mean, Bernie's like 200. So.
Yeah, well, he was there yelling on the banks of the Delaware as Washington was covering us,
The imagery of Bernie Sanders standing there.
It all hunched over in junk.
Still hunched over and
Slow
old.
down!
He's young, but he just looks old and everything. What are you doing?
No, seriously. I've got shoes on my feet. Why are you barefooted? I don't understand.
Why are your feet bleeding? Walking through the snow. You should just give King George what he wants.
Quote, with the exception of the presidency, every elected office in the country, from city council to United States senator to governor, is awarded the candidate who receives the most votes, Malloy said in a statement. The vote of every American citizen should count equally. Yet, under the current system, voters from sparsely populated states are awarded significantly more power than those of states like Connecticut. It is fundamentally unfair, end quote.
Time out.
Yes, you have something?
Time out.
There's a problem?
Fundamentally unfair is the densely populated, highly influential cities on the East Coast and the West Coast that take up over 70% of the vote.
I know, it's
in
weird.
Just 10 states?
It's weird.
Wait a sec. So what you're saying is your 10 states and Washington, D.C. are more, the people that live there, actually the states that are there, because not even considering the people, because the people could vote whatever they want, and this would make sure that those people in those states, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
So what you're saying is what you want as a Democrat is more important than like 30 other states?
Yes.
Than the people that live there because they're in flyover country?
Yes. Because, you know, those
if every voice matters, the Electoral College then matters.
Yeah, well,
it has to.
Except if you don't agree with them.
Right.
Those voices don't count or don't mean anything if you're just some backwoods,
The voices mean nothing.
If you're some backwater hick from, somewhere out in the middle of Kansas.
Let me kind of pull this out for you. All right. So if you're on the Facebooks, check it out. I'm going to transition here. This is the map of the electoral colleges over the past years, many years going back. It goes from, straight from the last election all the way through, and it goes in and does, 2016 all the way to, I actually just screen captured it, so 1908. It went all the way back to the very first elections, which got really awkward because there were a lot of different...
There were territories in some states and not states.
Some of it's grayed out. Like, you can see at 1908, there's still some grayed out area near Nevada and stuff like that.
Arizona's not quite a state yet.
There. Yeah. But if you go back through, so take a look at the map. And if you'll notice, with the exception of like 72... 52, 84, and 80, and 88. Where are the Democrats?
Let's see. Up in the Northeast.
Yep.
The entire West Coast.
Yep. Basically, the highest populated, densely populated places. Now, you do have a couple of these, like 1964, 1936, and 32, where basically almost everybody voted Democrat, which was really weird.
Yeah, it was
really awkward. But then it's like in 1916 and 19.
What is that? 36, where it looks like only Maine.
Yeah, it's
Republican.
Like only Maine, which is really weird. It's like Maine, really?
Bless your heart.
Oh my goodness. But no. So after in that area, then you have 1976, right? So you have 1964. 1964, you have the southern states.
Yeah.
Were the only ones that voted Republican. Some of the southern states. Which is really awkward. And then you go out.
Well, not necessarily. What year was that?
64.
Well, that's because back in the day that there was that little weird stretch where that was kind of when the around the area where the Republicans and the Democrats shifted. Remember, there was a point where the Democrats used to be.
That's a lie.
Well, no. We used to be obvious. That they were the ones that started the Klan.
They shifted their perception.
Yes, and that's when everything shifted. So that's.
Yeah. So they shifted their perspective. They didn't shift their actual placement.
Exactly.
And
everything else stayed the same.
Yeah, everything else stayed the same. They didn't. They just shifted how they were viewed.
Yeah.
And so, but you go through this and you look at that's the Electoral College map, and if you notice, there's a lot of red.
Yes.
In the center.
Yes.
In the center of the country, there's a lot of red. Now, I'm going to pull something else up here. Wait, you got something else to say?
What's that one right there? Hold on.
Which one? This one?
Third row.
Or
over one.
1976?
Over one. Over the other way.
72?
72.
1972.
What is that one state
that's like Delaware.
Or Connecticut.
Or Connecticut. Isn't that crazy?
That was funny. The one state that's still in problem. Sorry, that's, if
Anyway.
you're not watching this stuff, it's not funny.
So you're not watching it, but that's okay. So here we go.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to show you a bar graph, and
Uh-huh.
it's all digitized. Look
Oh,
at that.
look.
Isn't that cool?
Look, I'm purple.
It's purple. No. So here's a bar graph, and just to kind of give you a little bit better perception, there you go. So the red is obviously Republican, the blue is Democrat, and then you got the gray, which is unaffiliated or independent, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you notice, once again, if you go down, it's the 80s, the 70s, and 80s are when the highest Republican votes were cast for popular vote. After that, it was all Democrats winning the popular election. No matter what president won, the Democrat always won the popular election.
Yeah.
And so basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to situate the positioning and the voting that the Democrat always wins.
Yeah.
Because these states want to make sure that the Democrat always wins. Because in the most recent, 20 years, they've always won the popular vote.
Well, but there's a reason why they won the popular vote is because, look.
Density. Population density
not just
in
that.
cities.
Not just that.
Yeah, that's actually it.
I know, but there's another aspect to it. Okay, so there's a difference between the popular vote and the electoral college.
Yeah.
Is actually could be translated instead of it can actually be translated into emotion and policy.
It can be.
Pure and simple. That's what it is.
Sort of.
Because I'm really feeling led. I may either going to have to write either at least an article on this, maybe even a book. I don't know.
But it's also personal versus state.
That's what I was getting ready to say. You have the densely populated area. Well, what is everybody there? I need to be taken care of. I need this. I need that. I need that.
Right.
Because
the more densely populated you are, the less likely you're going to have the ability to get a job.
Yes, because that's just the way it is.
Yeah, that's
you have to become dependent because you're so cramped.
Right.
Whereas out here, as we are and I are, I'm out in the middle of nowhere. Only person I can depend on is me.
And close relatives.
Well, but they're still my closest relative is 45 minutes away.
It's not too bad.
I can, damages is done between, by the time. My point is,
I gotcha.
I have, when you're out here in the flyover states or in the backwood hicks, as people like to elect, we're the ones that have to depend on ourselves. And yet, the emotionally driven, heavily populated areas of New York and Chicago and D.C. and all these people are running everything. And the problem is it's not that they're necessarily wrong. It fits for them in their situation.
It works for their situation
because you're cramped. Yes, because you're cramped. When you're cramped on top of each other like that, it literally. I hate that. I can't believe
it doesn't work for Chicago. It doesn't work for Detroit. It doesn't work.
No,
it doesn't work.
No,
for
but I'm using it loosely. When I'm thinking government transportation. Things like that. That kind of stuff. It makes sense.
Yes.
It works.
Okay, I can understand that.
But you can't, or even.
Odd.
I'm gonna regret probably this coming out of my mouth.
Uh-oh.
But even down to if you choose not to have guns, if you choose to ban guns through DC or through these little places, I think you're really stupid. But if you choose to get rid of them as a city and because you're so heavily populated, then fine. But you guys have to understand, these people have to understand that what works for them doesn't work for people like us in our small town.
Right.
Just like our stuff doesn't work for them.
Yes, and going into that, just want to make sure that people understand, getting rid of guns does not work.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't work.
They
think it works. They think it's going to help them, but it doesn't work.
And if it makes you feel better, fine. I don't care.
It's already proven that it doesn't work, but it makes you feel better about yourself because you voted your rights away.
If it helps you sleep at night.
Whatever. Just know you're going to get stabbed or shot, and you won't have any way of defending yourself. So, in addition to Connecticut, the other jurisdictions in the pact are California, Hawaii, Illinois, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, Rhode Island, Vermont, Washington State, and Washington, D.C.
Let's see. Again, literally all of the...
Democrat.
I've got...
I think there's a
trend. I can't quite put my finger on it, but there's a lot of similarities there. You know.
I think it's progressive.
Okay, it could be. It's a good start.
It might be progressive. And I'm not talking auto insurance.
Though they're progressive too.
Yeah. They want everything to be the same. Have you noticed that about the but tangent? Have you noticed that about the progressive commercials?
Yes.
It's you start off normal and then somebody mentions progressive.
Yes.
And suddenly everything starts becoming progressive insurance and you're like,
yeah. Oh, I know.
So you're trying to conform me into a certain way.
Yeah,
that's really very spot on with your progressiveness.
It all fits together. No, it's funny. The one that makes me giggle the most, I think, and I know there are other states that have that are similar to this. But going back to Illinois, you know, I've got I got a lot of family that come from out of there. Yep. STL, y'all. I know it's not Illinois. That's St. Missouri, but shut up. Anyway, no, but and the areas that I've grown up in and the places I've been with family and everything else, I know for a fact that most of that is farm country. Yeah, and yet Chicago is literally running the
entire state.
The entire state. All the crap. Fine. Again, if Cuomo doesn't want to have, isn't Cuomo in Chicago? Who's the mayor of Chicago?
Bro.
I don't know.
Bro. I don't care about that.
Well, no, my point, I'm trying to at least be accurate as I tell people that they're morons. But anyway, the whoever the mayor is in Chicago, whoever is running Chicago, is literally trying to think that for towns like, Jerseyville and Whitehall and
Rahm Emanuel.
Rahm Emanuel, thank you. And little towns, Kane and Doherty and all these little places I know that I grew up in. I'm talking roads that connect most of these little towns are literally one lane thick and don't have line dividers. Okay, we're talking. This is the Dukes of Hazzard. Seriously, Dukes of Hazzard roads, but paved.
Oh wow.
Oh, it's a love it. Okay,
that sounds great.
It is great.
That sounds really nice.
It is, but you have Chicago's policies trying to control
little farm
towns.
That's really not good.
And I'm telling you, if you go out there, you literally see the devastation that it's causing. It's insane.
Well, yeah, of course you can see the devastation that it caused. You can go buy, what is it? 6,000 square foot house for $5,000 in the downtown area. Of course, you're going to die the moment you move there.
This is true.
You could go do that.
But I'm talking about even on a further thing. Like I said,
in the towns.
In the family that I live in these little bitty towns. I mean, they're having to fend for themselves. Look, the towns that I'm used to being around with my family and everything else, if there's a major accident, and I'm talking if you have to go to the hospital, 99% of the time you're airlifted out. That's how small these places.
Airlifted?
Yes, helicopter comes in, picks your butt up, and flies you to, an actual hospital.
Now, Bradley brings up a point. He wants us to mention something. So he wants to mention
You don't
Vermont.
tell me what to do. You're not my real dad.
He wants to mention Vermont because Vermont is crazy. Because it's Bernie Sanders land. And it's also the freest gun laws other than like Texas.
Wait a minute. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Shut up.
It's true.
Shut up.
It is like the biggest open carry state, but also Bernie Sanders. It's like, what are you guys doing? Who is voting for you? Like, how do you have this little bit of control on the, like, I'm cool with it. I'm great. It's awesome. You guys are great in this one key area. You guys rock. But then you have
they don't even
the
exercise
socialist in chief, I mean, it's funny. And yes, they are crazy, and they've also signed the deal. So,
but yeah. So but again, here's one of the things that we wanted to talk about before we completely run out of time on this little section is what is this? I mean, like, really think about this. How is this going to affect elections moving forward?
Oh, this will kill it. This will kill the elections moving forward. So, like I said, here are some things. One, if a Republican never wins the public vote,
which they never will.
The popular vote, unless you have a Republican that is literally the most popular guy ever known to man.
There's no such thing.
Right.
There's no such thing. Because, again, this is what I was going back to emotion and policy. Because what you're playing on then at this point is like everybody wants to spend. Everybody, even in your own home.
Yeah.
You don't want to make a budget. You don't want to follow a budget. You want to be able to take the money and go spend it whenever you want to, however you want to.
Dilly-dally
and
around.
damn the consequences.
Right.
Okay? That's what everybody wants to do.
Yes.
But there's a point where you have to, as it goes around saying, it drives me nuts, but you have to start being an adult. You have to start adulting. Mm-hmm.
By the way, that's not a real thing.
I know it's not a real thing. It's just called life. But anyway, but that's my point. And that's why the Republicans will never be popular.
Because they're too much adulting.
Yes, because what's going to happen is the people will end up being voted for. The Republicans will be voted for only because someone goes, crap, I don't want to do this. This is going to suck, but I don't want to have to do this anymore.
Here we go.
So it's not popular to pay your bills.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
You got what?
Let's find a really, really easily popular a person that could become popular very easily. And let's put that person on there for president. Never say a single policy thing for the entire time.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Never put out a single thing about policy. Just make sure that they're smart and make sure that they can be very good in social situations.
Yeah, but again, you're having to try and you can't be actual conservative or be on the side.
I'm talking about making sure that they're a policy wonk, but making sure they also understand like literally every social circumstance. Like they would be able to be in the now hip sort of thing where, you know, adulting. Okay, they'll be the ones that are also doing YouTube videos of themselves riding a skateboard into a pole or something, you know, something stupid. They'll do that. But then they'll also be able to turn around and look at you and go into an intellectual debate.
This is John Smith, Senator John Smith from Omaha or from Idaho, and I've been challenged to eat 30 hot dogs in 2 seconds. Ready, go! 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's not gonna fly.
But it would be good.
It would never last.
Oh, come on.
One more thing before we roll off of this.
One.
If the Electoral College is abolished, the compact terminates. Quote unquote, according to the Connecticut legislation. So basically, this is just a drive to get rid of the Electoral College.
Right. This is a push. Mm-hmm. It's a push to get rid of the Electoral College. And so what they're trying to do is they're trying to stomp out the voices of everybody that isn't them.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They're just trying to kill the voice of everybody that isn't them. What this does is this puts democracy above republicanism.
We're not a democracy, y'all.
We are a republic.
Yes.
And nobody understands that.
No, they don't. Y'all need to, and there's so much, like, there's so much to this. Y'all need to go back and read this. We're out of time on it, but seriously, go
back, read through
the link is in the description. We've got it with everything. If you have any issues, email us. We'll get it to you. You need to read this to find out. Guys, we're going to be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Defenders of American Exceptionalism.
Do you have an idea for an invention or new product? Do you think companies would be interested in your idea? Do you want to try to get a patent? Then call InventHelp now. InventHelp keeps your idea confidential and explains every step of the invention process. Join the thousands of people just like you who chose InventHelp to pursue their idea. We are experienced. We are working for you. We are InventHelp. Get started with your idea. Call for free information.
Call 1-800-352-4158. That's 1-800-352-4158.
If you're 85 or younger, would you like peace of mind and comfort for your family? We're Final Expense Direct with an urgent message for you. The average funeral today costs over $8,000, but the most you'll get from government benefits is $255. How will your family pay the difference? We can help. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam. You'll have lifetime coverage, and your plan can't be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Call now for free information about our senior plans. Answer a few simple questions and receive approval right on the phone. Plus, call right now and we'll give you a discount prescription card for free. Call 800-368-9108. That's 800-368-9108. Again, 800-368-9108.
And welcome back. You're listening to the Defenders of American Exceptionalism. We're live on Facebook, Twitter,
Periscope, YouTube.
sorry, I'm
Pretty much everywhere.
Mike was a little cockeyed there. Yeah, anywhere. You can find us iHeartRadio.
Yes.
Type in Defenders of American Exceptionalism and you will find us. Go
Yes.
to doaeshow.com. Check out the website. Still in the early stages, but it's still fully functional. You can look at all the archive stuff that we have.
Yep, which I'm still filling out. Also, you can look at any new articles that come up. It should be probably once or twice a week.
At least
You'll
so
see a
far.
new article. And also, all of our shows will be posted up there.
Exactly. Also, look into Lanterns.buzz. Check out the guys over there. A lot of other posts and article writers, and
as well as
good
Talk
stuff.
America Radio.
Talk America Radio. Check those guys out as well.
Yes.
They're carrying us, so help us carry them.
Exactly.
So,
by the way, you can find us there at 2 on Sundays.
Yes.
Eastern time.
And that'll there's more on that coming later as well. But right now, yes, just 2 o'clock on Sunday. Anywho, so this is I don't know.
What?
All I can think, the mental picture is what's getting me in here. Okay, so
The mental picture.
it is.
What? Come on.
I can't.
Spit. Hey, you know what?
It's funny to me, and
I'm going to help you out here.
okay.
I'm going to help you out here.
No, don't do it.
Yes.
Don't you do it?
Yes, I'm going to do it.
Don't do
Yeah,
it.
I'm going to do it.
Please,
Give me an
God.
in.
No.
Come on.
No.
Give me an in.
Shut up.
In.
No. I'm not playing your little game. No, dear God, no.
Man.
Okay. East Hanover, New Jersey. A school in East Hanover, New Jersey has passed a new rule when it comes to the cheerleading squad.
Really? Wait, hold on. Wait.
Now, when everyone thinks back to their cheerleading
Days.
well,
I don't.
I never cheerleaded.
I didn't either.
But
I was
the high school days when
Thanks,
cheerleading
Lance.
was a
You
big.
gave me an in. Lance was playing along. Why
Lance will
can't
play.
you?
I won't.
Why
I
can't
just
you?
cause it's irritating. But again, you go back to those days, and the cheerleaders. Everyone remembers the cheerleaders. The cheerleaders,
Yes.
they were the most popular. They usually were the most attractive. They were, most of the time the wealthy, and it was the elite of the elite. It was the cheerleaders and the jocks. Those two ran the schools. That's
And by the way, that's changed a lot.
has it? I don't know.
It changed a lot.
I was never in public school, so I have no earthly idea.
Yeah.
So, but that's how school used to be. I mean, that's how cheerleading used to be. And you would very hard to get into to be a cheerleader. You had to fit certain criterias. That you were judged severely on how you looked. Et cetera, et
It's
cetera.
funny that this guy, the homeschooler, is the one talking about
I know.
all the stuff that happened in school.
I watched
when-
Bring It On like a million times,
I
and
bet
so
you did.
I learned a lot.
I bet you
I
did.
did.
I bet you could do every
Shut
cheer.
up.
You can do every cheer.
I hate you
can't
right now. So, New Jersey has passed a new rule when it comes to the cheerleading squad. It's very simple, really.
Okay.
Either everyone makes a squad or no one does.
Oh, wait. Don't they have tryouts?
They do.
So isn't it a merit-based system?
Well, it's funny how you would think that.
I mean,
it all
if you
started with
suck
the
at it-
tryouts. Well, that's what I'm saying. Where certain cuts were made during said tryouts, which is normal.
Yeah.
You're looking for excellence. You need to be able to, and far be it for me to completely poo-poo the whole cheerleading thing, but it does take a bit of you have to be
Finesse?
finesse. There's a certain level of athleticism that is involved. Agility. You have to be able
Flexibility?
to make. Yes, you have to be able to make the flips and catches and strength. You have to be able to do all this stuff because you can get hurt doing this.
Oh, yeah, very much.
Okay. A parent complained
Oh, good.
that their child was not allowed on the team.
Well, why?
Probably
matter?
because they sucked. Or they obviously, okay, that was mean. I apologize. What probably happened is the kid could not meet the standard that was set by the cheerleading squad organization, whatever.
I'm sorry. I've got to stop you there.
Okay.
I'm going to let you talk. But I got to stop you there. And I quote, I tried my hardest.
Mm-hmm.
Now everything is going away because one child who did not make the team and their parents complained. So now all my hard work has been thrown out the window.
Mm-hmm.
That's a student.
Yes.
Stephanie Kruger.
Yes.
Because she tried out and probably got accepted.
Yep.
And now somebody who didn't get accepted is complaining so much.
Yes.
So she's now going to be accepted into the team, but nobody's going to like her.
Oh, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either, man. If I tried out and I was awesome, and then this person tried out and they sucked, and they complained, so they got on the board, and it's like, nah.
Conveniently, somebody would have an accident. They'd toss her up, and someone would fail to catch her. And
man, I can't.
Oh no, she broke her leg in 3 places and is out for the season. Darn! What a devastating blow. There goes championships. Darn. Dang darn.
Dang it. I guess we'll have to put in the relief.
Oh my goodness! I know the skinny, attractive girl. Come on in and fill in for Tubby over here.
Come on down.
That's the gist of it. Yeah, the rule is being met with mixed reaction and strong emotions from students who don't agree. Well, duh.
Really? So what you're saying is people don't want everybody to have equal
outcome?
Equity. Yeah, equal outcome.
Yeah.
No matter the effort put involved.
Weird.
You're telling me that kids don't want equal outcome?
Uh-huh.
They don't want somebody to do and make exactly what they do, even though they didn't put in the effort?
Sounds about right, yeah. Yep.
Amazing.
Yep. Some parents say when they complained, the principal then threatened to disband the squad altogether.
Of course.
Now,
Sure, just disband the entire thing. You know what? That's probably the best, because what you're doing now is a social program more so than it is a cheerleading squad.
I would argue, and this partly comes from belief standard. I know, I'm going to. The guy who doesn't know anything about cheerleading or public schools is going to argue the most about them. No, I'd have a problem with the whole cheerleading thing anyway, especially you know, the younger girls, because all you're doing, I don't care who you are, that's you're teaching them to start exploiting themselves.
Right.
I'm sorry, but the outfits that they wear, the moves that they're doing, I'm sorry. There are ways
that you can do it. There are ways that you can do it, like our church does one.
Well, yeah.
There are ways that you can do cheerleading that don't turn you into a slut.
Well, no, and that's true too. But I still would argue that. In that instance, kind of all or nothing. Like I think you're putting yourself. Yeah, it's a little.
I mean, it's a cheerleader. You're trying to get pep rallies, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, but then you're going to need to have more. It depends on like where it's at. You're going to have guys then.
Yeah.
To make it.
Do you know where it's at?
I don't. Not playing the game tonight. Not in the mood. Not in the mood. No.
That's okay, because we're out of time anyway.
So, but yeah, so the school is standing by the decision to allow everyone interested in participating. So I'm going to tell you now. So the girl with the head brace,
she's in. She is in.
Yeah, pigtails, acne, and 300 pounds with a ho-ho.
300 pounds.
Yeah. Good luck with doing a triple X with that one. I think
she wears a triple X, but
there you go. There you go. Guys, thanks for listening. We do have to get out of here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. DOA Show, at DOA Show, Twitter, Facebook. Defenders of American Exceptions on iHeartRadio.
Become a patron of ours, patreon.com/DOA Show.
Yep, DOAShow.com. Guys, thank you so much. We will see y'all Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Right back here. Don't forget, we're also on iTunes, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Stitcher, Google Play, anywhere you can find this stuff.
Everywhere.
Guys, thank you so much. Please make sure you share everything. Share our stuff with people you don't like. We will see y'all Saturday. Bye-bye. Bye.